They really filled my well with cement. Just like that, without warning, without paperwork, not even a knock on the door. I stood there, staring at the crusted-over mouth of my only water source, fists shaking, jaw clenched, thinking, what kind of monster does this to a neighbor? It's a code violation, Karen had said smugly, arms folded in front of her HOA name tag, like she'd just won something. Her tone was syrupy, but it couldn't mask the venom underneath. Non-regulation structures like that aren't allowed. Did you read your welcome packet? I did read the packet. And my well? It was drilled 2 decades before the HOA ever set foot on this land. It was grandfathered in. I even had the county paperwork to prove it, signed, stamped, notarized. But Karen and her board didn't care about facts. They cared about power. Control. And they thought I was just going to take it. Oh no. No, no, no. I spent the night pacing, breathing hard. My wife kept asking me to calm down. But how do you calm down after someone buries your water source alive? By morning, I had a plan. And it wasn't just revenge, it was justice. You see, what Karen didn't know was that I work for the city's water infrastructure department. I'm the technician who maintains the water routing for the entire zip code. And even though our HOA was technically private, our main line still connected to the city's public water system. Let that sink in. First thing Monday, I filed a formal incident report, well documented, with photos, timestamps, and a statement from the drilling company who installed my well. The city couldn't believe what they saw. They filled it with concrete, my supervisor asked, wide-eyed. That's not just vandalism. That's a felony. That same afternoon, I flagged our system to reroute all non-essential water supply from the HOA block, citing emergency environmental tampering. Legally, I couldn't cut them off, but I could initiate a mandatory environmental pressure test. And guess what? That meant no water for 72 hours by the book. Karen was livid. At first, she didn't even know it was me. I watched from my porch as she stomped around, trying to get answers. The HOA group chat exploded. No water in any homes. Showers stopped mid-rinse. I was cooking pasta and the faucet just died. I'll admit, I laughed. Hard. But I wasn't done. I sent a certified letter to the HOA office outlining the cost of repairing my well, demanding full restitution within 10 business days. I also attached a copy of the lawsuit I had already filed in civil court for environmental destruction, personal damages, and unlawful interference with property. By day 3, Karen came knocking. Hard. You can't do this, she barked, face red as a fire truck. We have children. Elderly residents. You're putting people in danger. I folded my arms, standing on my porch in silence for a moment. Then I leaned in and said, real quiet, and you buried my family's only water source for 20 years. That was your danger. She blinked, stunned. It was a collective board decision. Oh. I tilted my head. Then the entire board can split the lawsuit damages. That's how it works, right? I closed the door. That night, something even crazier happened. One of the HOA board members, Bob, a quiet older man, came over and apologized. He said he voted against the decision, but Karen bullied the rest into going along. He even gave me a flash drive with the board's private Zoom meeting where Karen literally said she was teaching me a lesson for not trimming my hedges to regulation height. Bingo. I submitted that recording to the court and the city. The judge loved it. When the hearing came 2 weeks later, Karen looked like a ghost in a pantsuit. Her lawyer tried to argue it was an overstep, a misunderstanding, but the judge wasn't having it. You deliberately tampered with a lawful private water source without a court order or city sanction, he said. That's not a mistake. That's malicious. Boom. The HOA was ordered to pay me $48,000 in damages. Karen was removed from the board. And because of the flash drive? She was investigated for abuse of position and personal misconduct and fined separately by the city. But the final cherry on top. The HOA's main water valve, the one that connects to the public supply. It's now locked behind a city-maintained vault. Only city personnel can access it, and they have to file a request 72 hours in advance for maintenance. Guess who gets pinged with those requests? Me. So every time they want a pipe check, pressure flush, or access to the flow switch, they have to ask me. Karma doesn't knock. It kicks the damn door down. Next time someone tells you the HOA can do whatever they want, ask them if they've heard about the lawsuit where a cemented well cost Karen her crown. And if you want more real stories just like this one, subscribe to my YouTube channel, because this is only the beginning.